Back in 2000s, in the land of sun, surf, and kangaroos, Australia found itself in quite a pickle. A national debate on the beloved canine companions that had barked their way into many hearts. Yep, we're talking about dogs. While Australia hasn't outright banned dogs, certain breeds have found themselves on the naughty list due to safety concerns. So, how did this dog drama unfold? Grab your leash and let's walk through this interesting tale, as these videos take a lot of efforts to create, and the algorithm isn't exactly on our side. So if you could like, comment, and share, it would really help us out. Now let's fetch the facts. A little history. To understand why certain dog breeds faced restrictions, we need to roll back the clock to the early 2000s. The story begins in 2004, following several high-profile dog attacks that left communities shaken. These incidents were like the Game of Thrones of dog legislation. Everyone was looking to claim the Iron Throne of public safety. Amid rising public safety concerns, various state governments started looking at stricter regulations. The then New South Wales Premier, Bob Carr, was a leading figure pushing for these changes. His aim? To curb the risks associated with certain dog breeds that were perceived as dangerous. It was like he woke up one day and said, "You know what? Let's take the rough out of our dog parks." The banned breeds, Australia's no-fly zone for dogs, doesn't mean all pups are out of the park, but certain breeds were officially grounded. We're talking about the tough guys of the dog world, the Pit Bull Terrier, the Dogo Argentino, and the Fila Brasileiro, to name a few. Imagine being a mailman delivering packages to a neighborhood where every house has a dog with a reputation. Talk about a job for the brave. These breeds were put on the restricted list due to their history of aggression and incidents that had occurred over the years. It wasn't a judgment on every individual dog, it was more like a better safe than sorry approach that raised a lot of eyebrows and some serious debate. I mean, are we really blaming the dog, or should we be looking at the owner? Why all the fuss? But why is Australia so worried about these breeds? Well, the primary concern is public safety. Following a few unfortunate incidents that left people, shall we say, less than thrilled with certain dogs, lawmakers felt the need to intervene. Instead of simply putting up a "Beware of Dog" sign, they decided to whip out the rulebook. If you want to own one of these problematic breeds, you'll need local government approval. Imagine a doggy driver's license that requires all kinds of paperwork. You also have to register your pup with the local council, almost like signing them up for a secret club. Except the secret is that you own a dog with a bit of a reputation. The penalties, yikes. Now if you think that's a hassle, wait until you hear about the penalties for non-compliance. If your dog happens to charge at someone, whether it's a mailman or an overly enthusiastic dog lover, you could be facing fines up to a whopping $44,000. Yep, that's right, $44,000. You could buy a small car for that kind of cash. But wait, there's more. Selling or advertising a restricted breed. That'll set you back $16,500. And for those who think it'd be funny to encourage their dog to get a little aggressive, brace yourself for fines up to $77,000 and even 5 years behind bars. Can you imagine telling your friends, "Yeah, I'm in for a long time, but my dog is like super friendly"? Now let's talk breeding. Want to breed one of these restricted breeds? Forget it. That's considered a criminal offense. Fines can reach up to $16,550, and you could face possible imprisonment for 6 months. It seems they really don't want those doggy family reunions happening anytime soon. I can just picture it. Sorry, we can't have a reunion because, well, my dog's illegal. The human side of the ban. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter, the people involved. Many dog owners feel these regulations are a bit over the top. It's like being punished for your dog's distant cousin's behavior. Hey, my pit bull is just as friendly as your golden retriever. They argue that responsible ownership should be the focus, not sweeping bans that turn their furry friends into villains. But it's not just the owners. Rescue organizations and trainers have also raised concerns. They worry that these laws can lead to an increase in abandoned pets. Imagine dogs being left on the street because their owners fear hefty fines. It's like throwing the dog a bone and then snatching it away right before they can enjoy it. And while safety is important, can we really blame the dog, or should we look at the owner? Just like we wouldn't blame the car for the bad driving, right? It's a tricky situation that leaves many scratching their heads. If only dogs could talk. Imagine the stories they'd tell. I swear I was just wagging my tail, not planning world domination. Fast forward to 2023, and Queensland decided to shake things up even more. The state considered implementing stricter laws around dangerous dogs, including potential bans on additional breeds and harsher penalties for owners whose dogs misbehave. Can you imagine? Oh, you thought owning a dog was a walk in the park? Surprise. It's now a trek through the outback. And get this, they wanted all dogs to be effectively contained. Sounds fancy, right? But it makes you wonder, do they want to build a doggy prison? Just kidding! But really, the term makes it sound like they want to lock up every pup in town. Now here's where the twist comes in. While Australia has implemented these stringent regulations, it hasn't imposed a total dog ban. It's more like a game of pick and choose, where only certain breeds are left out of the dog park. But this does raise a compelling question. Are these laws really protecting anyone, or are they just keeping us from enjoying the unconditional love of our furry friends? Let's not forget that Australia isn't the only country grappling with this dilemma. Many nations have faced similar issues with dog breeds perceived as dangerous. In the UK, for instance, the Dangerous Dogs Act of 1991 outlawed specific breeds like the Pit Bull Terrier, but critics argue it doesn't address the root cause of dog attacks. You see, it's a global game of fetch, and every country seems to be trying to throw the ball differently. Some advocate for education and responsible ownership over outright bans. After all, isn't it easier to teach people how to care for their pets than to punish the pets themselves? What's your thoughts? Do you think they'd want to change the law? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping tales from the land down under and beyond.